To announce that the recruitment program is still on, and that we are going to begin the national recruitment to every county, and this will begin this coming week on Wednesday. The first round that will take us for 2 months will take us to about 20 counties, 19 counties, and we'll start with Machakos County at Machakos Technical Institute for the Blind, followed by Makueni County, Kitui County, Nakuru County, Baringo County, Nyandarua County, Kakamega County, Bungoma County, Vihiga County, Busia County, Turkana, Marsabit, Wajir, etc., etc., all the way to the county number 9 of Isiolo, which will be on Wednesday, 18th of December of this year. The rest of the recruitment will now continue early next year after we resume from the long holidays. So the plan is to go to every county to be able to reach out to 90. We cannot have young people who are looking for work coming all the way to Nairobi to look for different opportunities. I just held a meeting with the recruiters, and we analyzed the jobs that we have demands for. When I say demands, means these are jobs that are available in the world that have been given to Kenyan government and Kenyan recruiters to give to Kenyans, or to employ for Kenyans to be employed in those positions. And for this first round of the exercise that is lasting until December, we have narrowed down to what we are sure is available and easy to be able to recruit and send people. And so we are looking at 21,000 jobs. 21,000 jobs are the ones we'll start interviewing for. The idea is that every county, we are dividing them equally so that every county gets equal numbers, depending on the type of skills that are there. The skills that the countries these jobs are from are many countries, over 10 countries. We're looking at Jordan, United Arab Emirates, Australia, Iraq, Poland, the Czech Republic, the United States, the UK, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Oman, Kuwait, and Germany, just to mention but a few. So it's not from one country. These are jobs from very many countries. We also discussed how to unlock bottlenecks to ensure that the recruitment is done well. The type of skills that are being looked for, we've got there's need for housekeepers, housemaids, people to undertake car wash, and a huge chunk of jobs that are available are for cleaners. People to do basic cleaning in restaurants or in office buildings for cleaners. We also have a huge number that are looking for drivers, even disc jockeys. Watu kucheza sherehe kidogo, are also in demand. Nurses, quite a number of nurses, registered nurses mostly. Barbers and teachers for teaching English, teaching normal curriculum, and even teaching special education. Service crew, there's people working service crew, mechanics, construction workers in high demand, paramedics also, support workers like laborers, runners who work in restaurants, packaging workers to work in factories, chefs, we've got position for chefs, hostesses, meat processors, tea girls, civil engineers, coffee roasters, waiters, cooks, laundry attendants, security, huge numbers of people wanted for security, waitresses, waiters, locksmith, welders, electricians, scaffolding in the various blue-collar jobs. I could go on and on. Domestic workers, meat managers. Meat managers means butchers. They call them meat managers. Si mtu na manage nyama na manage yene namna hii. It's just meat managers, butchers. Hairdressers, AC maintenance people who can do air conditioning, cold chain workers, baristas, tutors, caregivers, lady drivers, etc. Bakers, electricians, civil engineers, cargo holders. So we'll list this list with all the numbers, but we'll put this list in my website after this so that it will be very clear the kind of jobs that people are coming for. As I said earlier on, there's no need of coming for a job, a wedding counselor, and maybe we're not hiring for wedding counselors. So you look at the list and you look at what you are trained for to be able to come for that position. And let's also like to point out that the salaries that are ranging from about 40,000 shillings take home with accommodation provided and transport, to high-end jobs all the way to 1 million shillings, depending on the type of jobs you're doing. Averagely, depending with the countries, some jobs will be going for 300, 400, 500,000 shillings, depending on the qualification and the job criteria. Cleaners will be getting 40, 50,000, 35, 37, to depending on the country also. That's the kind of jobs that we're looking at for people to be able to get that kind of employment. Nobody will be charged anything to come for interviews. Interviews are free of charge. However, there are some opportunities where people will need to pay some little money for processing. For example, some countries say, get me somebody for this position, but just get them to me here. So that means you have to figure out how to get that person there. And you can't put them on a border, they have to fly. So there's a cost of flying. The others will say, I'll pay for medical, but others say, you pay for medical. So there'll be a cost for medical. But we've also agreed with the agents that we are going to limit even the one who is charging the most to about 100,000 shillings for the people who have to pay for tickets and others and others. We're also pushing some of these governments and companies to provide tickets and others. Now, because some of these monies may be difficult for people to come up with, unajua hii ni serikali ya hustlers, I have talked to financial institutions and they will be on the ground, and my people here will make sure that they also notify the financial institutions that have said they want to participate in this. And these financial institutions will give credit to agencies, so the agent has some money, so that you only pay a little bit, 5, 10, 20,000, but the agency has money to process the 90, 100 to 120,000 that you cannot come up with, and then they'll be able to recover their money when they are paid the agency fee, if there's an agency fee in that case, or when you commit to give them part of the money when you go overseas. That is number one. Number two, also, the financial institutions can also give money to people who are traveling. You open up a bank account with them, you give a commitment, a guarantee that you'll be able to pay back the money. You get 25, 30,000, and then you're able to use that money to process your documents, to process your ticket, and then you're able to travel. In terms of the job contract, and I looked at it, is that you are paid a certain salary. For example, the lowest salary is about 1,000 reals. You know, it's for the cleaners and others. That's about 37 to 40,000 Kenya shillings. That's the lowest salary. But this is tax-free. You're not taxed. And on top of that, you're given accommodation, and you're given transport to work, and food while you're at work. And that's why the Middle East is very lucrative. So you don't have to go out of your pocket to pay for accommodation or some of those things, or even transport to work. And in addition to that, you're given full medical cover, so that in case you're sick, you're treated. You know, it is their responsibility to treat you. You're also given holiday breaks, so that you can actually get a ticket to come home, I think after 1 or 2 years, to be able to come home and see your relatives. And if you need to come home for anything, you come home anytime. So these are normal working parameters that are keeping to International Labour Organization standards. And I want to tell these agencies, I'm sorry, in this government, William Ruto, as long as Alfred Mutua is in this docket, you are not going to corner our people and get our people to kill themselves because of stealing from them. We are going to clean up this system. So I'm going to go regional, because I can't have everyone coming to Nairobi, and lots of agencies are very good, and I'm going to work with them, tell them, bring your letters, bring your jobs that you've been given from overseas, let's work together, let's go to these different regions across the country in the month of November, and do what you're doing in Nairobi away from Nairobi. So people don't have to come from Moyale to here. We can go set up in Marsabit. We can go set up in Turkana. We can go set up in Kericho. We can set up in Machakos. We can set up in Lamu, you know, in Malindi. So we want to go across the country, go to Vihiga, and, you know, set up, and people come and do what we're doing here in Nairobi closer to them.